Welcome again to John's Jazz Joint. We're taking our fifth and final look at the life and career of Helen O'Connell. We know in the first instance, when she was a young lady of 19, she began singing with the Jimmy Dorsey band, and she was a big hit, along with, here's a picture, a short picture of her with Jimmy Dorsey. And I'm just flashing through the men in her lives right now. The second one is of a picture of Bob Eberly. She was doing duets with Bob, and basically Bob would do the slow crooner version, and then she would come on and do the upbeat version. Now they got together in the 50s after, well, they had first of all sung in that period between 39 and 43, before she had her first marriage, but um, they would get together in the 50s as well to sing on different nostalgic shows. In the last episode, we talked about her first two marriages, the first one to a playboy, Clifford Smith Jr. After 9 years, three daughters, they got a divorce. Then she hooked up with this military hero, Tom Tom Chamales, but he had he had a violent streak in him, and he had the police were called in 5 times for domestic violence, and he was separated. They were separated, and he was living in an apartment. A cigarette set fire to the sofa that he was sleeping on, and he was asphyxiated. So that was a short 3 year relationship. There had been a 6 year span between the last marriage with Clifford Smith and then the marriage to Chamales. She would then wait a few years, 5 years, before she would marry this bodybuilder. His name was Bob Paris, and he wrote quite a few books on bodybuilding, but that only lasted a short while. And in the year 1965, when she found out that he was gay, he came out while he was still a practicing bodybuilder, and she, as a Roman Catholic, had the marriage annulled in the same year. So that one didn't last very long. She would wait 26 years before she would meet. Well, actually, she met this fellow, Fred Duvall, as early as, where does that picture go? Here we are. This is a picture with Fred Duvall in 1951, but they would not get together again until 1991. And so there was a 26-year span between husbands 3 and 4. And unfortunately, as I say, she was unlucky in love. They would only be together for 2 years before she would die of cancer. But they had a lot in common because he was a very successful musician. He had his own band. And in their last years, they would be on cruise ships, and he would be leading a band. And of course, Helen would be singing. So this is really the unhappy part of her life, but it really is not the total picture of her life, because she was very successful as a television personality, and as well as a singer. And so she appeared on many television programs. She sang with many of the big crooners of her day, and she was she was in constant demand as a person with um, a lot of charisma, I guess I would say. And so this lovely lady then unfortunately died at the age of 73. Um, she she spent just really the last 2 years of her life with what you might call her soulmate, somebody that there was a successful relationship there. But the first relationship with Howard Smith was not successful. The second one with Tom Chamales was a violent one, and the third one just lasted a few months because he was unfortunately a gay person. And then finally, she waited until she actually hooked up with a guy that she had been performing with back in 1951, and so that really is the unhappy state of your life. I'm just going to end our little look at Helen O'Connell with one song that I think kind of sums up our situation, our look at this very lovely lady. Oh, love me or leave me or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, and I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with someone else. You might find the nighttime the right time for kissing, but nighttime is my time for just reminiscing, regretting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. I want your love, but I don't want to borrow to have it today, to give back tomorrow. For my love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. Love me or leave me, or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. I want your love, but I don't want to borrow to have it today, to give back tomorrow. For my love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. Well, that concludes our look at Helen O'Connell, very, very inspirational kind of person, but a love life that was very, very, uh, very difficult, to put it easily. But she was a mother that raised four daughters, and they were all at her bedside when she passed away. And so I hope you've enjoyed our look at Helen O'Connell. And if you want more, there are lots of videos for her on YouTube. I encourage you to take a look at Helen O'Connell. And that's all for now, folks. Take care. Bye for now. See you next time.